Plan A may look like getting that second job, and that's absolutely okay. As soon as you decide to take Plan B, you're giving up on Plan A. My life wasn't necessarily going in the direction that the most fruitful version of me could exist. If you can see it, you can become it. You can begin embodying that highest version of yourself right now. Hello and welcome yet again to today's episode 17 of Nash Raw, where I speak to the camera without any preconceived idea of what I'm going to say, nor a script, just one chain of continuous conscious thought coming through me. Now, something I would love to talk about today is your Plan A, and that being of freedom. Plan A, freedom. See, we all have a plan. Well, most of us at least. And we have seen those that have executed their plans so damn well to the point where they've found their own freedom, whether that be freedom in financial success or freedom of mind. But they never deviated from Plan A. And this is the issue. This is the core issue behind people taking a different path, thinking that Plan A isn't going to work out for them. So they decide to take Plan B. Now, keep in mind, as soon as you decide to take Plan B, you're giving up on Plan A. You are not giving a chance for Plan A to survive, nor the best version of yourself to achieve that version of Plan A, that version of you that is thriving within Plan A. Plan A is the path to true freedom. I remember back in high school, I loved acting. I was in the theatre team, I was in the theatre group, I was doing lots of little short films. And someone came up to me and said, "Well, Pat, what if this doesn't work out? What about Plan B?" And it got me thinking, this person had their wits about them. And it got me thinking, man, I probably should have a Plan B. So I found something within the arts. How to use a camera. And I got really damn good at using a camera, but over the years, I slowly let my Plan A slip. Now, it's not that I ever let go of Plan A, but it's when I started prioritizing Plan B that I noticed my life wasn't necessarily going in the direction that the most fruitful version of me could exist. So I learnt Plan B. I got damn good at Plan B, but it left me wondering what would happen if I did start walking the Plan A path. Now, Plan A doesn't mean that you need to be constantly striving for success. Yes, this is an absolute essential if you want to be successful, to strive for success. But a lot of the best innovations, a lot of the best inventions, a lot of the best innovators, neither of them had one particular linear path to success. There were hiccups along the way. There were errors. There were little mistakes that helped them decide maybe this particular approach to Plan A isn't quite right. So they deviated just a little bit. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be a huge innovator, that you need to be creating all sorts of new inventions every day. We can all use this in our everyday life. If you're someone that is looking to become an actor, for example, go to the auditions. Okay, they may not be paying much, so get that side job. Go pack some shelves if you may. Packing shelves does not mean you're taking Plan B. You're still striving toward Plan A. Suddenly, packing shelves has now become a part of Plan A for you. You know, let's look at some famous actors, for example. Han Solo. We all know who I'm talking about. Look, he was a carpenter up until the age of 34, before his breakthrough role in Star Wars. it doesn't matter how long it takes. You could be striving toward plan A for your whole life and still never quite reach it. But the simple idea that you have been pursuing this dream identity means that your life has not been spent in vain, working toward a reality that was never quite built for you, that being plan B. So, what is an action that you can take today? One action is a great one. It's the activity of writing down your perfect day and being so damn intricate with how you expect your perfect day for the perfect, most highest version of yourself may look like, and being as intricate as possible. The moment you wake up, how the pillow feels on your skin, the scent in the air, the smells, the aromas around you, the environment that you're in, the sounds that you hear. Are you alone? Are you with somebody? Are you getting up to do a particular action? What are you going to eat? Write out your perfect day. This isn't about manifestation. This is about visualization. They may sound similar, yes. But the way that the brain acts and the way that the brain perceives a visualization, if you can see it, you can become it. You can begin embodying that highest version of yourself right now. You don't need to wait until tomorrow. They say it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. But habits can be created within a moment, within a particular decision. You have the power to perceive your own thoughts, to look at your own life through a lens, that third out-of-body vision of yourself. You can see yourself and the actions you take, the decisions you make, to begin a habit right now that works toward plan A. So, how does freedom look to you? Does freedom mean freedom in the financial sense? Does freedom mean freedom of thought? Does freedom mean one of spirituality, where you have a full and deep understanding of who you are and your own belief systems? Freedom is viewed in many different ways, but it's how you choose to embody freedom, in that the world will begin mirroring exactly who you are. If you seek freedom, freedom will find you. And that is part A. Path A, I should say. So walking the right path is different for everyone. If you understand your why, which will surely reveal itself in your perfect day, if you can unveil your why, the reason as to why you believe you are here, how you can help yourself to help other people, that is the first step to walking that highest path. And choosing plan B certainly is not a part of that highest path for anyone. As I said earlier, none of the greatest innovators, none of the greatest truth seekers throughout history ever saw a linear chain of successes. It was always a bumpy road. They learnt from their mistakes. They embraced making mistakes, embraced making those failures and those errors, because only there have they discovered a deeper sense of self, where they can review themselves, where they can look back and say, okay, which portion of myself can I fix to begin embodying that higher version of myself right now? This can work in business as well. And it's clear if you're someone that's running ads, for example, you run 5 different ads and one of them will perform better than the other. So rather than putting more effort into your failures, you put your efforts into your wins. But it was about using those experimentations first. It was about experimenting in that joy, in the passion that you love surrounding a particular topic and action. And through that joy, you can find the highest version of yourself within Plan A. Now, like I said, Plan A looks so different for everyone. But here's another activity. It's the goal pyramid. For you to have an ultimate goal, something or someone, a version of your higher self, that you can begin working toward today, that's a fantastic start to Plan A. And the way the pyramid works is to break down that goal. Break it into 2, 3, 4, all the way down to the very base of the pyramid. Starting with the easiest actions. Maybe you want to start showing up on the social medias. Decide what you want to start talking to the camera about. Decide how you want to start helping people. Figure out exactly what it is that you actually love doing. And take that first step, the first block down here of that pyramid. Let's say your goal is to make $100,000. Let's say your goal is to make 100,000 followers. It all begins with a small block down here. And for you to break your Plan A, your goals, down into much smaller blocks, it becomes much more achievable. These incremental achievements that you can complete, that you can tick off every single day, are going to lead toward that top goal, inevitably. And the best thing about this is as you start ticking these smaller goals off, it will compound. And before you know it, you'll be at the top of your pyramid. You would have hit that goal. And it usually happens a lot sooner than what most people think. Especially when they're proactive. Especially when they're interdependent. Where they know that asking for help isn't a weakness. That working alongside someone, you can both be independent, but when you start working alongside someone, a business partner, a partner, when you can both be independently walking beside one another, interdependence starts playing its role. And through that, you will see those incremental shifts compound. You're at the top of your goal pyramid. You've achieved that highest version of yourself or that particular goal, financial, spiritual, however that may look. But the beautiful thing about this is that once you hit this highest version of yourself, there's always going to be another. Within this vessel that we all play a part in, on this incredible piece of land, this floating rock that we're all a part of, it's hard to deny the ego. And one part of the human condition is the ever-striving sense of more. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. We could say no to everything. We could go to Nepal, find a nice little cave within a mountain and sit up there for the rest of our lives. But we don't. So it's a case of working with our ego And like I said, when you hit that ultimate goal at the top of the pyramid suddenly becomes the next block at the very base of your next pyramid. Keep working through this. Keep working toward finding that sense of freedom through striving toward your plan A. Because as soon as you start deciding on taking plan B, you've given up on plan A. Plan A may look like getting that second job, and that's absolutely okay. Because we don't give up. We do not give up. We always put our best foot forward and put in our best efforts. And through this, the most miraculous outcomes will reveal themselves. For the moment, we're going to find ourselves in a beautiful, comfortable, seated position. We're going to straighten our backs and place our hands in either chin or Yana mudra, and closing our eyes for 3 deep breaths. First, exhale. Inhale. May we never give up on our strive toward plan A, that sense of freedom that we know we deserve for all the proactive actions that we can take within our capacities to find and to work toward that highest version of ourselves. Exhale. Inhale. May we make the decision to delete plan B. It no longer serves us as we are walking toward our highest path along the path of plan A. Finding that sense of freedom in thought, body, soul, and beyond. Exhale. Inhale. By taking the right actions and visualizing the place in which we would love to be, the place which fully can be embodied, the place at which we can unveil our higher selves, one that will surely encourage others to do the same in walking their own highest paths, however that may look. Exhale. Well, thank you for joining me once again. I'm here in New South Wales yet again. I'm down here for the week and spending some time to just reflect, spending some time with a dear friend. Someone who I share a lot of love with, and that's helped me understand that deeper sense of who I am, and knowing that I can work toward plan A without having to take plan B, knowing that sometimes plan A looks a little bit different from time to time, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm sure there are many parts of this video that I could have said a lot better, but that's the whole purpose of this. To speak my truth through a monologue without any preconceived idea of what I'm going to say, and hope that I can spread my voice and my message to others that need to hear it. Ideally a past version of myself. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you for being here. And I'll see you next week. Now remember, go out there, play safe, be kind to one another, and bless you all.